Okay, everyone, welcome to a really interesting episode that we have for you today. There's been one collection hiding in the background since day one for
Hiding.
us.
Ooh.
I know, and we're finally introducing it to you. Andy, tell us a little bit about this collection and how and what we've named it.
Sure. There's a prime directive in the Pokemon world universe, which is collect them all. So
Yeah.
we, of course, have to collect them all. And there are 1,025 Pokemon as of this date. So Amory and I decided to make a collection of the 1,025 Pokemon. And because of our influence to start Pokemon collecting, we call it Chow Chow, which is actually a very common name. And what's interesting about this name, Emery, is that it's not just a guy's name or a girl's name. It actually can be a guy's name or a girl's name.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this. I think it's such a great way to name our collection that we're ready to explore and share with you today. Um, Tell us a little bit, give us a look, Andy, at your Chow Chow, and tell us a little bit about the origins of this and what inspired you to start really getting into collecting and organizing the cards that you have.
Yeah. So when we started this idea, and I got really excited about collecting. It was a big part of this. Amory and I are not investors and speculators and all that. We're just collectors. We love Pokemon. So I saw a video of Deep Pocket Monsters by Pat about getting this huge binder, one binder to collect them all. It kind of gave me a Lord of the Rings feel to it, and
Yeah.
one to rule them all. And so there's Pat collecting them all, and so I got really inspired there. I said, well, we should do that. So I actually have an interesting story, but I'll save that for another time about how I got Vault-X binders. And because I don't have the huge connection with Vault-X, I was not able to get one binder. I think Pat might have the only one. But let me show you here, Anne-Marie, in the world,
Yeah.
Chow
Yeah.
Chow. And Chow Chow is ah, three binders. One big one for the
Three
first,
binders?
and then the other. So it's
Wow.
it's Voltex, it's orange, and it's full of Pokemon cards. So um, we have that now as our set, our collection called Chow Chow, and we are just really excited to introduce it to everybody.
Yeah, so Chow Chow is, tell us about exactly what Chow Chow is. So it's your collection, it's a gender neutral name,
Yep.
but tell us a little bit about how you've organized it. So,
Hmm.
as you know, in this channel, we're exploring Chinese Pokemon cards,
Right.
what the names are in Chinese, what they translate into, and then what the English name is of that. So tell us a little bit about how you've organized and labeled each
Yeah.
one that you have, and how many have you collected so far?
Right. So, we started this at the beginning of our journey, which is a little over half a year ago. And I had one philosophy, which was I've got to collect cards from the official store. I don't want
Yeah,
anyone or myself to ever think, ooh, are these fake cards or something? So
yeah,
all the cards we've collected are from the official store, and that's also some of the fun is that we've got to get them from the official store. We can't just get them from somewhere else. And the official
yeah.
stores don't sell singles, so we're getting all these from the major packs that we open on the channel. But how do I
Mm-hmm.
organize? It was very interesting when I watched Pat go through this. He had this uh, evolution of collecting, and then he's like, wait a minute, how do I track the numbers? What do I do? So then he put the numbers into the slots of the binder. Then when he found the card, he put it in, and that's how it worked. So I kind of took
Mm-hmm.
that philosophy from him at the beginning, and then I made all the cards, so 1,025 cards to put in to with the names on them. And
So
then when I
many.
put them in and I actually finished a page, I'm like, I don't know what number it is. I don't know what's going on. So then I decided to label everything, and I'm showing you guys here now that this is what a page looks like. And you can see on the page that I've got, the card itself has the Chinese characters, but then I also write the pinyin for the pronunciation, and I write the English name. And then at the corners of each page, I write the number, the official Pokedex number, so I know where I am within the binder.
Nice. So, how many do you have collected so far out of the, let's say, like 151, the first 151 classics? How many do you have so far?
So it's crazy. Like, so the whole thing is 1,025. So far, the whole collection, we have 761, which to me boggles my
Wow.
mind that we already have that many.
Yeah. So
And then
cool.
we're missing, for the good or the bad mathematicians out there, that's 264 left, and that means that we have an overall coverage of 74.2%. So
Very cool.
among that, we're strong in two different categories, Anne-Marie. One is Generation 9, Scarlet and Violet, because we started during Scarlet and Violet. The cards we're buying are from the Scarlet and Violet set. Though in China, because they're trying to catch up to the whole world, because they've only been around for a few years, they're adding a lot of cards from different generations, which is really exciting. But we're doing really good on Generation 9, and we're struggling, and we're doing good on Generation 1, which you just mentioned, the 151, the first 151 cards, but we're missing that. But so within the 151, we're only missing 5 cards.
Wow. That's so exciting. We're so close. We've been chasing this. As collectors, we love to be, just like how Andy said, we're collecting, we're not speculating. Honestly, we have a lot of cards that we're not sure what we're going to do with, if we're being
Right.
honest. But this has been such an interesting journey, and figuring out how to organize them and take care of them has been really cool. So we only have 5 left. So,
Right.
with that said, that's going to be, a gap for us, along with the remaining, 200 and some odd cards to make up like that over 1,000 number.
Right.
Um, so, those gaps are kind of like part of our story. And so how do you plan on closing those gaps, as a collector, as we move forward and explore
Right.
this world?
Well, Emery, I think the thing that's going to be fun is we can make these mini quests within our collection. So I
Yeah.
think the first one for us to really attack would be the 151. It's at the beginning of
Yeah.
the collection, and everything else we're close. We only need 5. So I think what we should do, and we will do hopefully very soon, is show you guys our first chase video, which is
Yeah.
we're going to do it with the audience, where we will have some cards ready of the 5 that we need for 151, but we're also going to have to hunt down. I don't want to ruin things, but there's definitely going to be one card that we have to see if we can find while we're revealing Chow Chow 151 Chase.
Nice. Well, this is just the beginning. So we're so excited to have y'all along the ride with us. And just like you said, we're chasing after finishing and collecting and finalizing that first 151. We're so close. We only need 5 more cards. So join us in the next video about and to explore how we start to close this gap as we finalize that chase of the 151. So
Our first chase, Anne-Marie. This is exciting.
this is really exciting, and we're so close. So we can't wait to finalize that and celebrate that with all of you. Again, if you liked this video, like, subscribe, share it with friends who are also chasing down their collections.
Right.
And we'd love to hear about where you're at in your collection journey, what cards you're looking for to finalize your collection, how you organize them. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks. Bye, guys.